Coming up on DC News Now at noon, a girl is dead after a house fire this morning. What officials are saying. And later, meet UK's new Prime Minister, Liz Truss, making an impact on day one. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at noon. I'm Mark Hall. It was certainly a wet start to our morning. Meteorologist Damon Matson joined us with the latest check on the forecast. Damon, I hope that all that is behind us now and we can move on with the day.
Yeah, Mark, indeed. This morning was not a fun one getting back to work and school off the holiday weekend, especially those folks that were out early on, 5, 6 a.m. That is when the worst of this rainfall came through. We're showing you here the 12-hour radar loop. Look at how much rain came across the viewing area. And look at this, across Frederick and Montgomery counties. Look at all the yellow, orange, red that popped up there. And it was consistent for a few hours. That did prompt a flood warning to take shape right along that I-270 corridor as commuters were trying to make their way back into the DMV and the district. With all of that heavy rainfall, yes, it does appear that we had a couple of minor flooding issues overall. We're just starting to catch up on some of those rainfall totals, ground truth totals anyway, but the estimates from the radar, look at that swath of yellow and orange here. That is an estimated range of 2 to 3 inches stretching across northern Loudoun County and Leesburg, most of Frederick, and also most of Montgomery County. Those were some of the harder hit areas. Winchester saw the heavier rainfall yesterday afternoon, but as a whole, yes, the large majority of us saw 1 to possibly 3 inches of rain. Thankfully enough, the recent dry conditions we had over the last week and a half or so allowed most of this rain to get soaked up, and we did not have any widespread flooding issues. And the other good thing here is as we move forward the rest of the day today, the heaviest of the rainfall is now done. It is off to the east of us, and we're actually going to catch a few hours of dry time here in the early afternoon. A few breaks in the clouds as well, but as we roll along into the late afternoon and evening time, we're still going to be on the western side of this recent storm system, so a few scattered showers will still be possible as we go toward the end of the day, but nothing like what we saw earlier this morning with that heavier rainfall. So things are looking up. Are we going to see some sunshine here later this week? We'll have that in your full forecast here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. One girl is dead after a fire broke out early this morning in a Falls Church. Fairfax County Fire Rescue received the call about the fire on Barrett Road around 1:45 this morning. Crews were able to get 2 people out of the house, including the girl who died at the hospital. Another woman was taken to the hospital with critical injuries. Firefighters say that a dog also died inside the home. It's not known how old the child was or how the fire started.
Fire started in the exterior, is what it appears, of the home. We do not know the cause. The fire marshal's office is working on that now. There was a large volume of fire mainly to the exterior of the home, but the house was pretty heavily involved in fire upon arrival.
And Fairfax County fire officials say it could be another day before more information is released. Well, breaking now, the Memphis Police Department says that they have found the body of 34-year-old Eliza Fletcher, the missing jogger. She was found last night in South Memphis. Fletcher was reported missing after she went for her early morning jog around 4 a.m. on Friday near the University of Memphis. Police say that she was forced into an SUV after a struggle with her kidnapper. Fletcher was a school teacher and granddaughter of a prominent businessman in the area. Well, police have charged 38-year-old Cleo Thabston. They say that he was connected to the crime scene with DNA. Thabston had already served time for previously kidnapping a prominent Memphis attorney back in 2000. Thabston is facing charges of 1st and 3rd degree murder and kidnapping along with other charges. In Maryland, Prince George's County, kids facing a new curfew this weekend. The change is designed to help lower crime and gun violence, both on the rise. And according to officials, now, as DC News Now's Dave Laval explains, there's been mixed reaction.
These kids don't just need a hug, they also need to be held accountable.
Prince George's County Executive Angela Also Brooks will enforce a 30-day nighttime curfew for children 17 and under. It's to reduce violent crimes.
These are children committing these crimes, targeting other children and targeting adults. Armed and dangerous children
The curfew goes into effect Friday, September 9th. Also, Brooks said 430 juvenile arrests have been made so far this year. That's more than double the number this time a year ago. Plus, over half the carjackings around the county this year involved children under the age of 15, according to Also Brooks.
We are arresting and rearresting the same children and adults who are committing crimes in our community.
Also, Brooks called on the state attorney's office and law enforcement agencies to release the number of juvenile arrests to help track the problem. The curfew will be in effect from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 11:59 p.m. and 5 a.m. Friday and Saturday. Parents like Tammy Steiner are cautiously optimistic the curfew will work.
That way the parents don't have to worry. They know the children are in the house safely. And, you know, when you hear about children getting shot and all that's going on, you panic as soon as your child leaves the house. So at least now they won't be afraid. They won't be blowing their children's phones up and waiting and wondering how they're going to get home. They know now they have to be home at a certain time.
And that was Dave Laval reporting. Now, as for curfew penalties, there's a $50 fine for first-time violators, a second offense, a $100 fine, and if your child continues to violate the curfew after that, each offense will be $250. New today, the Ocean City Police Department is investigating a shooting on the boardwalk. Now, take a look at your screen. There are people police are looking for. They believe that these 5 men are connected to the shooting, and if you recognize any of them, or if you have any information, you are asked to call Ocean City Police. A teen is in the hospital with serious injuries after shooting overnight in Shaw. New video until our newsroom shows the scene along 7th Northwest, not far from Rhode Island Avenue. Our contributor Larry Calhoun of DC Real-Time News is reporting another person may have been grazed by a bullet in that same shooting. DC police are searching for 2 cars in connection with the incident, and they're looking for a silver sedan with dark tint and a dark-colored sedan, also with dark tint and DC plates. Well, earlier we reported that officials in Prince George's County are using a curfew to help curb violent crime, especially among young people. Well, DC News Now's Max Marcilla talks to experts to find out if a curfew can be effective.
We need to stop scapegoating young people.
That's the message from attorney Eduardo Ferrer, a professor at Georgetown Law's Juvenile Justice Center. This data from the federal government shows youth arrests have been trending downward pretty steadily since the 90s. What's your interpretation of a curfew? Does it work? Can it work?
We've known for decades that juvenile curfews are a really blunt instrument when it comes to fighting crime. Most youth arrests happen during the hours of 3 to 6 p.m. before any curfews even take effect.
Ferrer cited this 2017 research of DC's youth curfew policy, which says curfew laws are not a cost-effective way to reduce gun violence. In fact, we find that curfews increase gun violence. The research uses audio sensor technology to measure gunshots because it says traditional reporting mechanisms like 911 calls may be underreported, especially in areas where there's high levels of police mistrust.
A juvenile curfew or a youth curfew really isn't the way to be approaching this issue.
The researchers admit this study did not measure the impact of curfews on minor offenses, saying curfews could reduce those offenses enough to offset the increase in gun violence and the infringement on juveniles' rights and parents' choices. But after reading the research, Ferrer thinks other solutions need to be prioritized.
It comes down to investing directly in youth, family, and communities. We really need to shift to much more of a public health approach. So working on prevention and intervention rather than just reacting once harm has happened.
And that was our Max Marcilla reporting. Now, crime experts also believe the pandemic led to more nationwide carjackings. A disturbing discovery, a body found inside a burning car in D.C. Police are working to figure out what caused that fire. Now, it happened along Nicholson Street Northwest around 4 o'clock Monday afternoon. D.C. police, along with fire and EMS, responded to the scene. A neighbor who didn't want to go on camera says when they looked out the window, they saw the burning car.
Well, we were in our house, and my wife and I heard a whomp, and she looked at me, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. That sounds like an explosion.
'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion. 'Cause it sounded like an explosion.
Police are still investigating what caused the fire. Well, happening today, parents in Uvalde, Texas are preparing to send their kids back into the classroom for the first time since the mass shooting in May. It's now been more than 3 months since a gunman walked into Robb Elementary School, killing nearly 24 students and teachers. Trying to ease parents' concerns, new cameras have been installed in school buildings and police will be on school campuses. Uvalde's superintendent says that this year is all about honoring the lives of the students and teachers who were killed.
These loved ones will be the source of my inspiration and energy and my motivation to do my very best this school year, as I know they gave their very best each and every day.
Robb Elementary School will not reopen, and students are being spread out at different schools. Emotional support counselors are also expected to be available for students throughout the year. Happening today, a celebration at the White House. After signing the Inflation Reduction Act in August, President Biden will commemorate the bill this afternoon. The Inflation Reduction Act aims to expand Medicare benefits, lower costs of health care, and cut energy bills. Now, it will also combat inflation and making a down payment on deficit reduction. In addition, the act helps to fight climate change.